Baby, why they got all over the Instagram, child, social media. The baby, Sha Carri Richardson, whatever, I think that's what her name is, that's been in the news and out of the Olympics, disqualified from the Olympics for testing for marijuana, I guess. And our what is this, the Nike competition? I think they said she ran in where she placed 9th place. And they got all these jokes and funny stuff. You know how IG do people. They say that Jamaica's Elaine Thompson Hera takes first place in Prefonte Classic. What's Prefonte Classic women's 100-meter race? Sha Carri Richardson finished last. And they said she was supposed to run another thing, a 200 or something, and she dropped out of that. Maybe she's not feeling it. Like, you know, like Simone Biles had to knock out of the Olympic, try to get out because of her mental health. Maybe sometimes they ain't feel it, especially with all the social media. Now y'all done paralyze these people with probably mental fear. They don't know what y'all gonna say about them. What y'all gonna drag them about their hair and drag them about this and that. Their nails too long. And they probably just criticism getting the best of them. Other people's opinion, which I wouldn't care. I go out there and run anyhow, and run my best anyhow, and flip whatever you gotta do your job. I wouldn't let that get in the way of my performance, because at the end of the day, the people, they just saying it anyhow. They just talking. Like Cardi B said, they still can't beat you from the couch, honey. They still sitting on the couch, just typing and posting, being keyboard comedians and thugs and gangsters, you know. So all this, I mean, it is what it is, and all should be well. And I wish they had kept going and gave it their all. I think even Simone Biles usually win the gold, and you know, after this year, I guess it's just, you know, not the best year for black women athletes or black people in general. Like, just carrying the meter, it's like they got to carry what everybody's saying on their back too. But she, you know, Simone Biles usually win the gold, and this year she won the bronze or something of that nature. And then here Sha Carri is placing last in the Olympics. It's got to be something I think done, because people seeing her attitude. But you know, people gonna try to get their jab, get they stab in or whatever. But I think it's more to that, and more of a play on social media and what people are gonna say in the first place, which I didn't even know she was gonna, you know, was back in any competition. I guess I think someone said Nike performances, but whatever. It's not the Olympics, so I didn't even know that she was in a competition again this year so soon. And that's another reason why I think that they should take their mental health serious and take themselves serious. But they're young, and you know, I think eventually when there's a system in place to recover from this, because I'm sure there's going to be a way to a psychological like mental health way of dealing with social media's critics and still be able to get the job done. I think people are going to put that in place, because it is a thing, and it is becoming a bigger thing, because so many people are taking it so serious. Like, it's having a big effect, social media and all this World Wide Web, and people having access to things so soon and everything, and till it can like break down a person. You know, we don't know what these people have going on besides their profession, besides what we see on social media. Like Sha Carri Richardson, her mom, you know, recently passed, and now that she got to face this social media thing where people are constantly gonna be, at least for the next day or two, you know, for at least for the next 48 to 72 hours, they're gonna be throwing all kind of things, you know, mean. They're gonna be so mean to her, right? Because I think somebody said she was arrogant, and that she should be more humble and practice more. Just a lot of derogatory things. Same with Simone Biles and all of them. You know, even Gabby Douglas went through that when they were saying about her nappy headed and all this. She, you know, these people work hard to get to where they are in life. And I think all black women are faced with it. And you have someone that found a thread hanging off of your, you know, your nightgown. You ain't even supposed to be outside with it on. They'll find anything. Or her fingernail polish ain't the same color. They ain't the same length. It's chipped. A polish, her toenail chipped. They'll find anything to just take out, especially on black women. They have more compassion for Latino women, white women, women of other races. Somebody would have stepped in by now. Had it not have been a black woman, someone would have stepped in by now and been like, you know what I'm saying, at least she's doing her thing. At least she has the courage. And at least she's brave enough to still get out there and compete. What are you doing? She would have had people playing a devil's advocate for her, just like Michael Phelps did. I don't remember Michael Phelps getting all that backlash. Actually, people were cheering him on, that he was able to handle himself at the Olympics to swim. They were saying like, oh, he under so much pressure and he's such a champ, he should be able to smoke weed. That's the type of things they say about you when you're not black. Okay, that's the type of backlash and positive feedback. People are way more compassionate with them, and it's mostly black people that are compassionate, black women that are compassionate towards white people, Latino people. You know, when they're faced with adversity or get an adverse reaction or not the results that they want, black people come out the woodworks and side with these people. You know, as I said so many times, that's why we're at the bottom, because hardly no one ever comes inside with us. Hence this situation with Sha Carri Richardson. I'm gonna go through her comments again, because most people are just, you know, being so critical and mean. I'm gonna go through again and seeing if how many comments are actually saying, well, at least she ran. At least she got out there and ran. At least she hasn't hung herself yet. You know, since so much pressure on her, her mom just passed and y'all putting out of the Olympics and everything. I want to see if anybody is showing any compassion for her at such a heavy time in one's life, or even offering guidance, because the truth is, given her background with being raised by her grandma, with all due respect for that whole situation, young people like her need modern day people in place, because I'm quite sure her mom don't know nothing about social media and what they're gonna say about you on IG. So I think they need modern day guidance to help maneuver them through, which I love how she said her grandma told her, whenever you're faced with adversity, or whenever you have a hard time in life, or whenever you're going through in life, just run. And now they got her to where she is now, but eventually she's going to want to log on to social media. And the thing is, yeah, baby, you can run, but most of us are so addicted to our phones. We would just rather sit there and be on social media just looking at the sad, you know, looking at the criticism that people are giving us. So yeah, that's my take on that. I wish her well, and I wish her success, and I hope she comes back from this.